it's something that has to do with all of us. And we are talking about gut health. And the gut has been described as a second brain. The gut, it has been found, affects so many things in our body, and you cannot just afford to ignore it. Previously, when we talk about digestive health and digestive problems, people would think about ulcers and the like. And when you don't have ulcers, you say, I'm okay. But clearly, it has come out in the recent past that your gut influences so many more things in your life and has a big impact on your health. So today we are going to unpack it and discuss it and see how the gut affects you, and more importantly, how you can have a healthy gut, how you can ensure that your gut is healthy and you can avoid the many diseases that come because of an unhealthy gut. So we are going to get started without further ado. My name is Fred Gishuki. Fred is an entrepreneur in the wellness space. I joined the wellness industry to make money, but I found there was something more exciting. I found that there was health, and I got excited about health. And at the very early stages of my career in the wellness industry, I was able to sort out my mom's issues with high blood pressure and my dad's issues with ulcers. And that gave me a lot of confidence about the products that you deal with in your life. And also the fact that you can actually live a longer, healthier life with the right kind of nutrition. So today I just want to share with you guys, and let me just see if I can get this moving. Okay, my screen doesn't seem to be moving. Let me share the screen again. Okay, so let's look at what are some of the issues that affect our guts. What are some of the diseases that affect the gut? And we have a list there. Number one is kidney stones. We are going to discuss each of them as we go along, but we all know about kidney stones. These are deposits that happen of stones. They're actually stones that develop in your gut, and they are usually made of uric acid, and they actually affect you. They are very, very painful. And in many cases, they have to be removed through a surgical procedure. Irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, constipation. We are very familiar with constipation, the normal constipation. Constipation by itself might indicate so many other problems in your gut. So if you are constantly constipated, then it needs to be checked, it needs to be sorted out, because constipation means that there is food that is not passing through the system properly. Your metabolism has slowed down, waste is accumulating in your system, and that can bring things like cancer and many other problems. Appendicitis, we all know about appendicitis. When your appendix fills up, it's also a very painful thing. And many a times your appendix has to be removed, but it's important to ensure you don't get to that level. Ulcers, those ones we are commonly aware of them, but we look at them a bit in depth. Gas in intestines, too much gas, then gastritis. These are some of the main problems associated with an unhealthy gut. Now let's just unpack them and see what are some of these diseases and how do they affect you. We start with celiac disease. This is an autoimmune ailment where the immune system strikes and corrupts the lining of the small intestine. This self-harm is triggered by a gluten intolerance that is found in many people. That is where people are intolerant to things like wheat, rice, barley. The illness creates inflammation of the gut, and it actually manifests in terms of pain, diarrhea, bloating, fatigue. Now, it is believed to affect at least 1% of the population. Then we have lactose intolerance rather. Now, this is a situation whereby we are unable to completely digest the natural sugars, lactose that is actually in milk. Then we have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. This includes bloating of the stomach, cramps, constipation, or diarrhea. People with IBS tend to have very delicate nerve endings in their gut, so it's not always the abundance of gas, but that is the dilemma in this case. Then we have gastroenteritis. Now, this is actually occurs basically because of a bacteria in the gut or viral infection in the gut. The infection may be caused by Salmonella or Escherichia coli, call it E. coli, which is while a viral infection may include novirus and rotavirus. Yeah. Now, gastroenteritis can also be caused by parasites, yeah, in the system. Then we have ulcers, which are sores in the stomach lining. That is in the mucous lining that lines the stomach. And these are usually caused mainly by H. pylori. They call it Helicobacter pylori. And they're extremely painful. Sometimes they can bleed in very severe cases. And the symptoms are pain, especially when you eat certain foods. Then you have gastritis. Like ulcers, gastritis will be caused by bacteria. That is H. pylori bacteria. However, gastritis involves the inflammation of the stomach lining and does not necessarily come along with ulcers, although the two are often linked. Then we talk about H. pylori itself. It's a type of bacteria. It enters the body and lives in your digestive tract. After many years, it can cause sores, which are called ulcers. It actually survives in the lining of your stomach or the upper part of the small intestine. Such people usually are prone to developing stomach cancer. If you don't take care of it, then you can actually get cancer as a result. Then gas in intestines. While it may not sound like anything serious, having too much gas can actually be painful and very uncomfortable. And sometimes when you go for meetings and the stomach is rumbling, it's not a very good feeling, yeah? And then it also kills your appetite. You don't feel like eating too much. Then we talk about hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids have become a big problem nowadays. And nowadays, people call them piles. These are swollen veins in your anus or the lower rectum. It is very similar to varicose veins. Now, hemorrhoids can develop inside the rectum. We call them internal hemorrhoids, or under the skin around the anus, which we call external hemorrhoids. It's a very painful condition or disease. And you find that when you go for a long call, there is blood in your stool. And it's very uncomfortable. Recently, I was dealing with a case where somebody was really suffering with hemorrhoids. So it's a big problem for many people. But the good thing is that it can actually be sorted out. Now, then we have GERD. Now, GERD presents as a heartburn. However, uncontrolled GERD may erode the lining of the esophagus, resulting in bleeding. The condition may also cause chest pain so extreme that it's sometimes mistaken for a heart attack. Yeah. Then you have chronic diarrhea. Now, this can be due to the inability of the body to absorb foods, or it can be due to a disorder or disease such as ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, or Crohn's disease. Viral infections or parasites may also cause chronic diarrhea. Peptic ulcer, this is an ulcer that is often associated with gastritis. Basically, these ulcers are sores that develop in the stomach lining, the first part of your small intestine, or the lower esophagus. The most typical symptoms of peptic ulcers are abdominal pain, bloating, abdominal discomfort. You may also notice a loss of appetite, loss of weight, bloody or dark stools, vomiting, and nausea. Peptic ulcers affect quite a number of people, I remember dealing with a case of a lady who was really trying to gain weight, but she couldn't. She had serious peptic ulcers. So then we have Crohn's disease, which is an autoimmune disorder. It causes widespread inflammation in the digestive tract. It can cause abdominal pain, diarrhea, weight loss, as well as fever and fatigue. Now, constipation, we've talked a little bit about this, and I think we talked about that. Appendicitis, the appendix is a small pouch on the colon and has no purpose, but sometimes it can get overinflamed and it may need to be removed. So these are some of the problems that are associated with the digestive system. Okay. Now let's move on a little bit here and look at a few things that will actually affect, emanate from having an unhealthy gut, and how is it demonstrated in your body. You find that the gut will affect the immune system. If you have an unhealthy gut, your mood will be affected. It also affects your mental health. Some people do get depressed because of having an unhealthy gut. Then you also have autoimmune diseases. We are talking of things like rheumatoid arthritis, and many other autoimmune diseases will actually emanate from the gut. Then you have what we call endocrine disorders. These are diseases related to the endocrine glands in the body. The endocrine gland produces hormones, which are chemicals sent out or secreted through the bloodstreams. Now, the hormones help the body to regulate the process such as appetite, breathing, normal body growth, fluid balance, and weight control. Then we have skin problems. If you have an unhealthy gut, then you might suffer some problems with your skin. Then the other problem that can result from an unhealthy gut then is cancer of the digestive system. Now, at one time, our digestive system was considered a relatively simple body system, comprising essentially of one long tube for food to pass through, to be absorbed, and then to be excreted. But now it is not the case. Scientists have increasingly realized that your gut influences much more than just passing food through. So what are signs of an unhealthy gut? Well, how can you tell that you have an unhealthy gut? There are some symptoms that can indicate you have a problem. And if you don't take care of it, we always say this, a stitch in time saves 9. Yeah. So what are some of the symptoms? Number one, stomach disturbances like gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and heartburn. These actually indicate that there is a problem with your digestive system. Many times we dash and we buy we buy something else and we swallow, we get a temporary release, but the problem remains. And it's always good to dig deeper and find out what could be the problem with my gut. Number two, the cravings for high sugar. When you have sugar cravings, that could indicate there's a problem. A diet high in processed foods and added sugars can decrease the amount of good bacteria in the gut and can create those cravings where you feel like you always want to take more and more sugar. Number three, unintentional weight changes. Gaining or losing weight without making changes in your diet or exercise habits may be a sign that you have an unhealthy gut. If you lose weight rapidly, it could be that you've gotten peptic ulcers. An imbalanced gut can impair your body's ability to absorb nutrients, regulate blood sugar, and store fat. Weight loss may be caused by the small intestinal bacteria, overgrowth, SIBO, while weight gain may be caused by insulin resistance or the urge to overeat due to decreased nutrient absorption. Now, one would have never thought that gaining weight or losing weight had anything to do with the gut, but there you have it. Probably the reason you've been struggling to lose weight could be related to something that is not right with your gut. And maybe you just need to sort out your gut and the rest can work properly. Sleep disturbances or constant fatigue and unhealthy gut may contribute to sleep disturbances such as insomnia or poor sleep, and therefore lead to chronic fatigue. The majority of the body's serotonin hormone that affects mood or sleep is produced in the gut. So the gut damage can impair your ability to sleep well. Some sleep disturbances have also been linked to the risk of fibromyalgia. Now, insomnia is a problem for many people. And as we can see, the gut plays a major role in that. Now, the other skin conditions like eczema may also be as a result of an unhealthy gut. Now, inflammation in the gut caused by poor diet or food allergies may cause increased leaking of certain proteins out into the body, which can in turn irritate the skin and cause conditions such as eczema. So there you have it again. Your skin could be, the problem on your skin could be as a result of an unhealthy gut. Then autoimmune conditions, medical researchers are continually finding new evidence of the impact of the gut on the immune system. And what they are saying there is that if you have an unhealthy gut, if there's inflammation in the gut, then the proper functioning of the immune system can be impaired, and this can lead to autoimmune diseases where the body attacks itself rather than harmful invaders. We are talking about rheumatoid arthritis and others, just to mention one. Now, food intolerances. When you have a difficulty in digesting certain foods give you gas in the stomach, maybe you break out in pimples and all that, then that could be because of poor quality of bacteria in the gut system, and that can trigger certain unpleasant food allergies. And other things that can occur, things like bloating in the stomach, gas, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and nausea. These food allergies are directly related to a poorly functioning gut system. So how do you fix this? How do you fix the gut? How do you ensure that you have a healthy gut? Number one, lower your stress levels. Stress leads to an abnormal oversecretion of acid in the gut, and that can trigger certain problems like ulcers and the like when the acid burns the lining of the stomach. So make sure you lower your stress levels. This can be done through meditation, walking, getting a massage, having some me time, decrease caffeine intake, decrease, of course, alcohol intake. So you should actively watch a movie, have fun, visit friends, and just take it easy. And there's somebody who says that don't take life too seriously. After all, we will not get out of it alive. So you shouldn't be too serious about everything. Have a little bit fun with life. Get enough sleep. Try to prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night. This enables the body to produce hormones that actually relax your mind, rejuvenate the body, and you're fresh and ready to go again. Eat slowly. Don't swallow your food too fast. Chewing your food thoroughly, eating your meals more slowly can help promote full digestion and absorption of nutrients. Then stay hydrated. Take a lot of water. Take 2 liters of water daily. Drinking plenty of water has been shown to have beneficial effect on the mucosal lining of the intestines, as well as on the balance of good bacteria in the gut. Now, one of the best times to take water is early in the morning. Before you even brush your teeth, take at least 2 to 4 glasses of warm water. Let me tell you, if you do that, you will flush out your system. You'll be running to the toilet for a long call and a short call. And that will mean that you flushed out the waste that happened overnight, because you are in bed, you slept 6 to 7 hours, and the body was digesting the food that you ate. So there is waste in your system. So before you start eating again, flush out the system. And let me tell you, when you start doing that, it refreshes your system, it improves your skin quality, it deals with things like constipation, and It's a practice that I started a while back, and let me tell you, it's just amazing what it does for you. Okay. Now, the other issue here is if you have symptoms such as cramping, bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and rashes, and nausea and fatigue, and also acid reflux, you may be suffering from food intolerance. And you can try eliminating common trigger foods to see if your symptoms improve. Now, acid reflux is a problem. I've dealt with several people with that problem where the food kind of regurgitates itself like that of a baby and comes out again after you've eaten. And it's very, very painful. It's very uncomfortable. If you're able to identify a food or foods that are contributing to your system, you may see a positive change in your digestion by changing your eating habits. So you need to identify what foods are affecting you and take care of that. Now, change your diet, reducing the amount of processed high sugar, high fat foods that you are consuming can contribute to better gut health. Additionally, eating plenty of plant-based foods and lean protein can positively impact your gut. So kick out the bad diet. Then take probiotics and also take enough prebiotics and also supplements. Now, prebiotics basically talks about the fruits and vegetables, the food that you eat, the healthy food that you're eating. Those are your prebiotics. But you also need good probiotics. This is a supplement that will trigger the development of good bacteria in the gut. And we're going to look at which supplements can give you probiotics in your system. So supplement your diet and improve gut health by getting enough good food and also getting enough foods that will trigger the growth of good bacteria in your diet. So let's look at the solution. What is the solution out there? To understand the solution, then we need to talk about Neolife International. Neolife is an American company that was founded in 1958 by a young man. And Neolife has been working to end the trend of ill health. We are talking about fighting diseases like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, chronic respiratory disease, and obesity. Neolife's main mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And based on the prediction of the WHO, they had said by 2020, 3 out of 4 deaths will be because of a lifestyle disease. We are seeing it right now, but we are saying it doesn't have to be that way. And the mission of Neolife was founded by this gentleman, Jerry Brasfield. And Jerry Brasfield had asthma. He used the Neolife product. They worked for him. He took it up as a business. He built a big organization that goes into about more than 55 countries right now. And he partnered with the Scientific Advisory Board led by Dr. Arthur Fast, who is late, who was a Nobel Prize winner, who is the one who invented oral chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer, but who said that, why should I wait for people to fall sick? We can create products that can prevent people from falling sick in the first place. And he partnered with the Scientific Advisory Board. This is a board of scientists that put their reputation on the line, and they say that these products work and they're based in nature and backed by science. So when you take our products, you are assured that they don't have any negative side effect. They're 100% organic and natural. And you actually give you a guarantee that if the product doesn't work, you can get your money back. You can either get a replacement or get your money back. Now let's look at some of the products that we have in Neolife. But before we do that, let's look at the wellness pyramid. How should you be eating? Now, if you look at the pyramid on the left, my left, which could be your right, but it talks about having enough physical activity, eating a lot of whole grains, eating 9 different types of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, minimizing on the proteins, and minimizing on fats and sugars. In fact, they say that you need a teaspoon of fat and a teaspoon of sugar per day, nothing more than that. But is that the way we eat? The answer is no. We eat the other way around. We take too much fat and sugar. We eat meat on a daily basis, unless when the pocket does not allow. We eat less in the way of fruits and vegetables. Actually, we only eat fruits and vegetables when we can't avoid. It's funny, when we go to see a patient in hospital, we carry fruits. But if you ask somebody when was the last time they actually ate a fruit, many people don't really bother with fruits. And we are told we are supposed to be eating 9 different types of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. Then whole grains, we don't eat much of whole grains at any one time. And you find that when you don't eat like that, then that is the situation. You get a very big body, but very weak when you eat the processed foods. And what has happened there is that the food that we are eating is not giving the body enough prebiotics for the gut to work with, to be able to generate good bacteria. So what can you do? To turn this pyramid the right way up, you need some supplements. The first supplement we recommend is threonine. Threonine is made from the germ of wheat, rice, and soya. What does threonine do? It feeds the cells. It increases cellular energy production. It optimizes membrane function. And you can see what threonine does there. It helps the cell membrane to allow nutrients to get in, waste to get out. It helps you to get a lot of energy. You can see the unhealthy cell, which doesn't have enough threonine, and the healthy cell on the right. So if you want to convert your cell from the cell on the left to the right, then you need threonine. Incidentally, this was the first ever food supplement that was made in the world by the American government. Our company was given the rights to produce it and distribute it. Yeah. Then you have a second product which you call carotenoid complex. Carotenoid is made from 18 different types of fruits and vegetables. You're talking about your tomatoes, your carrots, your spinach, etc., etc. And when you take a 90-tablet pack of carotenoid, you're similar to somebody who has taken 115 kilos of fresh fruits and vegetables. And the benefit of carotenoid complex is that it boosts your immunity by 37% in 20 days. Usually we have an immunity of about 60%. So if you add 37%, it means that your immunity has been boosted to 97%. If you had cancer cells in your body, carotenoid complex will hold them and they will not be able to grow in your body. And that will mean that you can actually outlive the cancer. Carotenoid complex also slows down the onset of degenerative diseases by 44%. It also slows down the aging process by 44%. So if you want to look younger for longer, then you need carotenoid complex. Third product is omega-3 salmon oil plus. Our omega-3 has all the 8 omega-3s, and you can see the list right there. The difference between what we have and what is in the market is the number of omega-3s that are in the product. Now, our salmon oil plus has the 8 members of the omega-3 family. Most of the products in the market which claim to have omega-3 will only have 1. And that is why they are not as effective as what we have. You will have a pain in your joints and that kind of thing, and you've been swallowing an omega-3 from the market, it's not working for you because it doesn't have it will not lower inflammation. Ours, if you take it for 60 days, it lowers inflammation by 68%. And inflammation is the one that brings pain, especially for things like arthritis and the like. And we've just seen the effect of inflammation on the digestive system. So you need omega-3 to lower the inflammation that is happening in your gut. And it's one of the products that is important for gut health. Then you have a multivitamin and mineral. There are several minerals that you need in your body to sort out your gut. And you're going to look at them just now. So there we have it. We have Pro Vitality. When you take Pro Vitality, it turns your pyramid the right way up so that now you find that you are living life the right way. Now, what are some of the other targeted products for gut health? Apart from Pro Vitality, we have several other products that will sort out your gut. Number one, there's Stage 6. Stage 6 is a laxative. If you're having constipation, you have a problem with going to the toilet, then you need some Stage 6. But Stage 6 goes together with fiber because the fiber helps to form a bolus of the food, holds it together, then it is removed by the Stage 6. So you probably need to invest in these two if you have a problem with constipation too much gas in the system. And also you need to add, on top of these two, you need to add TNN so that they can be very effective. But these two will sort you out. They will regularize your bowel movement. Some people will ask me, okay, fine, when I stop taking stage 6, will the problem recur? Now, the good thing about stage 6 is that it doesn't build dependency. Most of the laxative in the market, when you take them for long, then you find that your body gets dependent on them. But in stage 6, it sorts out the system, it normalizes your bowel movement, and even if you stop, your body becomes regular. You don't need to keep on taking it, but the body functions properly. So fiber tablets, stage 6 combination is awesome. Now, fiber by itself has so many other benefits. It balances your sugar levels. It saves about 80% of sugar from blood. It gives you a feeling of fullness so that you don't eat too much. It gives you that feeling of satiety. It kills the cravings where you feel you want to bite some sweets and that kind of thing. Fiber tablets will sort you out in a very, very big way. Then another product is zinc. I talked about minerals. Zinc is just amazing. Now, zinc helps in healing the digestive system. Zinc is responsible for internal healing. And for somebody with ulcers, you need zinc in your system so that you can be able to heal the ulcers once and for all. Now, medicine is good. When you go to the doctor, they'll give you a kit, H. pylori kit or something else, and you take it. And many people, even after they finish the kit, they don't get the respite. That they feel good for a while, but the problem recurs. So garlic allium heals the wound, the ulcer itself. And you can actually go back to eating normal food. My dad, this is one of the products that he used to sort out his ulcers, and his ulcers were serious, they were bleeding. And he healed so well that he's able to eat anything and everything, and he doesn't have a problem. Then Neolife Shake or NutriShake. Neolife Shake is a protein drink with 22 amino acids. And this protein drink actually helps in the body producing antibodies to fight disease. It also helps in repairing and rebuilding the body. So if your stomach has been ravaged by ulcers for too long, you need to repair and rebuild it. And that will only happen when you get Neolife Shake. Okay. Then two other products that are very, very important for the digestive system. One is garlic allium complex. Now, garlic allium is very good in the digestive system, especially for clearing H. pylori, the H. pylori bacteria. If you have somebody who's been suffering with H. pylori, give him the program, but don't fail to add garlic allium complex. I have sorted out several people. I remember a case of a gentleman who had serious H. pylori. He had serious ulcers. And to a point, he used to love his drink, his odd drink, his beer. But he couldn't do that. He was on a special diet. He was eating soft foods. And then his son also got H. pylori. And I mean, they were very miserable. They could not eat so many things. The son could not go and eat chips and all the things that kids love eating. So I put him on the program. I put him on TNN, omega-3. I put him on garlic allium complex. I put him on zinc. I put him on aloe vera plus. And they both used the program. And they healed so well that it reached a point whereby this man was, anytime he would call me to deliver some products, I would find him in the bar drinking alcohol. And he was telling everybody, this guy sorted me out, you know, were it not for him, I wouldn't be here enjoying this drink. Well, I'm not saying one should go back and take alcohol, but that's his story, that's him. So these are products that work. They do a great job. And I know many people struggle with H. pylori and they spend so much time, so much money. I remember a case of a lady who could not gain weight because of H. pylori, but this program sorted out. So these are products that work. Of course, they will not work when you take them once, 1 month and you're sorted. If you've had the condition for long, you might need to take it for 4 to 6 months to sort it out. So it all depends on how long you've had the condition and how severe it is. Then we go to aloe vera plus. Aloe vera plus soothes away the stress. We talked about managing stress. Aloe vera plus helps you to manage stress. It enables you to sleep nicely. It balances out your sugar levels. It's a very yummy, it's very refreshing. You keep it chilled, take a tot, it kills hangovers. It actually undoes the damage that is being done by alcohol in your system. So it's a product that you need. It helps you in removing constipation. If you're having a problem of bloating and heartburn, acid reflux, too much belting, rumbling of the stomach, you need aloe vera plus. If you have a problem with what we call halitosis, that is when you open your mouth to talk, then you're producing a lot of bad smell. That is usually a fungal infection. And if you get aloe vera plus and you flush it around your mouth before you swallow, it actually removes the mold that is in the mouth. And you find that now the fungal infection goes and you can have some fresh breath right there. So aloe vera plus is amazing. I started using it for my family when they were 1 day old. My kids, they've been using for gas in the stomach. It used to give them a good night's sleep and it would enable us to enjoy our sleep. So aloe vera plus is just amazing. Now, another product that is so major for our gut is called Acidophilus plus. Now, Acidophilus is reputed for making digestive upset a thing of the past. Now, what does it do? It regulates intestinal activity and promotes colon health, supports immunity with a healthy balance of intestinal flora. It actually consists of 5 billion live microorganisms per capsule. And it's the same as 10 servings of yogurt and the convenience of 1 day serving. Now, it has a targeted delivery technology for maximum delivery. What does that mean? It means that when you swallow the capsule, it doesn't break in your mouth or the stomach. It goes all the way to the lower gut, and then that is where it actually explodes. So you find that it goes to where it is required before it explodes, and it gives you the right bacteria. Now, Acidophilus is just amazing. It's a product that will give you the right kind of bacteria in the system. And like we had seen earlier, most of the diseases like the autoimmune diseases are centered around the gut system, are centered around lack of good, healthy bacteria in the gut. And when you take Acidophilus, it helps to replenish. It provides the environment that is good for bacteria to grow, the good bacteria to grow in your system. And that by itself will help you to sort out so many things like food allergies, some autoimmune issues, indigestion, too much gas, most of the problems, too much retention of waste, constipation. So it's a product that you need to look at if you're having challenges with your digestive system. But even if you're not having challenges, you should actually take it to ensure that you have healthy flora in your gut system so that you don't get into problems later in life. Remember, prevention is better than cure. Now, good health begins in your gut. In your life, we have other solutions other than gut health. We have so many other solutions. We are talking about bone and joint health, stress management, sharper mind, weight management, energy and fitness, heart health, balancing sugar levels, fertility for both men and women, libido issues sorted out, hormonal imbalance, menopause, even children's health. We have a solution for that. So if you're on this call and probably your issue is not the gut, maybe your issue is one of the above, then you need to talk to the person who invited you. They can be able to introduce you to solutions in the above areas. Now, as we come to the end of this session, it's important for the guests who are here to know that you can participate in your life in one of three ways. You can come in as a business builder and join the company, become a distributor, and start building the business. Or if you don't want to do the business, you can just be buying the products for your own consumption, or you can become a seller of Neolife products. Now, if you become a business builder, there are several benefits: personal growth, leadership development, international travel, retire healthy and active, build lasting relationships, and earn a residual income. Those are some of the benefits. And with Neolife, you can achieve your ideal weight, earn extra income, spend more time with family and friends, be your own boss, work part-time or full-time, receive recognition, experience personal growth, and experience the joy of being part of a community, the Neolife family. And you'll also enjoy overall better life. Yeah. Now, I can tell you, as we wrap up this session, that the issue of digestive health has been personal to me. And I mentioned earlier that my dad suffered because of ulcers. He had serious ulcers. And he actually, at one point in his life, he was enjoying the odd drink and it got out of hand. And he had been hospitalized at MP Shah Hospital. And I saw him sell his car, which was our car, to pay the bills for that. And I remember seeing him lying there, very helpless, with tubes coming out all over. And for a young man, I think I was in Form 1 or Form 2, thereabouts. I mean, that was too painful for me to see him in that kind of condition. And he was diarrheaing blood, vomiting blood. So the gut is a big deal. And that had happened to him. And he underwent surgery and all that, and then he came out. But even after he came out, his quality of life was rather not good because he could not eat most of the things we were eating. He had to have a special diet. He was on soft foods, cabbages, and foods that were not really appetizing at all. And when I joined Neolife, I put him on these products. At first, he was a bit resistant, but with time, he agreed to start using the products. Aloe vera plus, TNN, zinc, garlic, and the like. And he improved. He started eating everything. And with time, he totally got healed. Today, he lives a normal life. He never has issues with his gut at any one time. I've never had him complain of even upset or gas or anything, let alone the pain. He eats anything he wants. His favorite drink is fermented milk. And you can imagine somebody with ulcers, you cannot dare touch anything fermented. And that gave me so much confidence to go out in the field and really talk to people about these products. And I've sorted out so many people with H. pylori, with ulcers, with so many challenges regarding the gut, and the products have worked. So I can tell you for a fact, our products work. They do what they promise. So if you're here and you're a guest, don't hesitate. If you have an issue or if you just want to protect yourself from disease, get the person who invited you, ask him how you can access the products. I've shown you can access them in their options. You can either access them as a customer or you can access them as a distributor. I always say it is better to join and buy for yourself because you get to save money and you can also decide to make some money out of it. It's an asset that you actually acquire. And for me, I've done it as a business. It's meant a lot for me. I quit employment by the age of 30. I've been doing it and it has taken me abroad so many times. I've traveled to more than 20 countries. I've assisted so many people to live a longer, healthier life. And we've traveled with some of my friends. It's been amazing. It's been a lot of fun. And I can tell you, if you're here and you're a guest and you want fulfillment in your life, you want a life full of excitement, adventure. Yesterday we were in Thika and we just had fun. I tell you, changing people's lives. If you want adventure in your life, if you want to join a community that really is transforming people's lives, if you want to have an impact on society so that by the time you go, you leave a legacy and people say that I am better off because he lived, I am better. Then you need to jump in and become a part of Neolife. If you want to grow as a leader and really lead the society, even grow in your place of work. I got a promotion because of Neolife, the training that I got in leadership in Neolife. If you want to travel the world and enjoy different cultures and interact with different people around the world, then Neolife is the answer for you. So I urge the guests who are on the call, come in, get started. Next year, we are going to Mauritius, and you can come in today and be part of the team that is traveling with us to Mauritius. So don't just be there watching people on social media, enjoying life and that kind of thing. You can be part of the actors on that screen. You can start living that life where people start watching you as you travel from country to country with Neolife. Talk to the person who invited you. He'll tell you how you can partner with Neolife. If you want to know more of how the business works, I welcome you to our session tomorrow in the evening with Pascal Olo, where he'll be talking about how do you make money in Neolife. Otherwise, it was great sharing with you. Next week, we have a very, very exciting session. We'll be having a medical doctor who is coming to talk to us, and you cannot afford to miss that session. She'll be talking about cancer. And guys, that's a session you cannot afford to miss. Call everybody, call all your friends, talk to everybody, market it, and make sure that you have a big team on the call. Cancer is affecting so many people, and it's about time we got to know and unpack it and get to know how can we deal with cancer? How can we prevent ourselves from getting cancer? And how can we manage it once we get it? As I mentioned, a medical doctor will be doing that for us. So thank you so much. God bless you. This recording will be available a little bit later tonight for you to share with your friends and relatives. Have a restful evening, and God bless you all. Bye.